welcome back to another video. So today's video is actually really exciting for me. So I'm going to be comparing two palettes on the eyes and seeing how similar they are. And they are the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions and the Colourpop Just My Luck palette. So this is actually my first time playing with the Just My Luck palette because it just came out and I just got it in the mail. But I've been using the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions palette for quite some time. I'm obsessed with it. I love a green eyeshadow, so I was really excited when this came out. And then when I saw Colourpop release this, I was really excited because I thought it would be a great like dupe. So what I'm going to do is, well, I've already done it, you can see it right now. This is the Huda Beauty side and this is the Colourpop side. I tried to mimic them as best as I could and use some shades that were similar to each other. So let's talk about some similarities and differences just before we get into the performance of the shadows. So this is the Huda Beauty palette. It's basically a palm-sized palette. It's very, very small and you get 9 shades. There are only 3 mattes and 6 shimmers, which is one of my biggest pet peeves with the Huda Beauty palette because I prefer a palette that has more mattes than shimmers just because it's easier to create more diverse looks in my opinion. So you have this minty shade, this teal shade, and then this brownie shade. And then you have all these different kinds of shimmers slash metallic slash whatever she calls them. They're all different like finishes, I guess. So yeah, this retails for $27. So this is on the higher priced side of things, but I do think it performs very well on the eyes. I do like Huda Beauty shadows from what I've tried. I think they're very nice. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. And then the Just My Luck Colourpop palette also has 9 shades and there are 4 shimmers and 5 mattes, which I appreciate so much because obviously, like I said, I really like when a palette has more mattes than shimmers because I think it's going to be able to create more different variety of looks. So yeah, and this is only $12 and I really like the hard packaging. I think this looks really nice and more expensive than some of their other palettes. I just think it looks and feels really nice. So yeah, as you can tell, the colors, let me show you. As you can tell, the colors aren't exactly alike. They have some similarities and some differences. Of course, I'm just trying to show you like how similar they are on the, eyes and try to compare them and show you guys which one I think is a better deal. So far, just looking at the information and like, the general things, I think Colourpop wins because it's cheaper and there are more mattes versus shimmers. So yeah, it's all just down to how they perform on the eyes now. So yeah, let's get into the look and then I'll let you guys know my thoughts at the end of the video. So let's go on. So on the Huda Beauty side, I'm going to take the minty shade right there because it's the lightest transition shade we have in this palette. And I'm just going to sweep it into my crease just to give a base, just to, start the color showing up. Okay, so this is gonna be the base now, which I think looks really, really good. I really like the paleness of the shadow. I think it's really bright, and I don't know, I really like the minty color. So the Colourpop palette actually has a shadow similar to it, and its chances are, and I'm going to put that in my crease just like I'm doing with the Huda Beauty one, and I'm just gonna see how this goes. So this one does have a little bit more fallout. If you can tell, it's gone into that pad. It's gone into this pan a little bit, so But remember, it's $12, so. So these shades actually look very, very similar to each other, which I actually think is really cool. This one took a little bit more effort to blend, not effort, it took a little bit more to build up, but again, this is $12. So I wasn't that surprised, but again, it wasn't like I had to really build it up and it's like not pigmented at all. You can definitely see that it became just as pigmented. I maybe had to do one extra dip in this palette. So let's go back to the Huda palette, and I'm going to take just another brush, like just another like fluffy brush. This is the BH Cosmetics number 6 brush, and I'm going to take, well, there's only 2 other shades. So I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's a deeper teal green color, so I'm just gonna put that lower in my crease. Just gonna take that first brush and a little bit more of the mint shade just to, you know, blend it out, make sure it's still cohesive looking. You know, you don't want it to be like messy, but this is blending very nice. I mean, these shadows are very pigmented. Look at that, it's gorgeous. So that was the Huda side. So now I'm gonna take another brush. Obviously I'm trying not to use the same brushes on the sides because I want it to give me a good you know, representation. So I'm going to take a similar brush. This is the BH Cosmetics 9 brush, and so I mean, this doesn't have a close shade to this teal, obviously. Like, this is the teal and there's no really you know, close shade match in that. Can you see? So I'm gonna take Kiss My Ass and Act Natural, and I'm gonna mix them. I don't think it'll give me the same color, obviously, but excuse me. Again, there's a pretty good amount of kick up in the Kiss My Ass shade, if you can see that, but it doesn't bother me too much. So let's try to recreate this. Again, taking some of the mint shade just to blend it out, make sure it's blending nicely. So the tone of the eyeshadows is obviously different. This is very bright and vivid and more a deep teal color. This is definitely more greens, but like, I'm not mad at either side. I like them both for different reasons. So yeah, let's keep going. Okay, so next color, as you can see, we have a little guest here. The next color I'm gonna take is the last matte shade from the Huda Beauty palette. It's this brown shade, and I'm just going to put this in the outer corner, you know, for deepening purposes. It's the only color we have. gonna take a little bit of the teal shade again to blend it. And then again, a little bit of the mint shade to tie it all together. For the Colourpop side, I'm gonna actually take some of, where is my brush? I'm gonna take some of Mo Bamba right here, if you can see that. I'm gonna take some of that. I think it might be dark enough to go with this eye, so I'm just gonna put some of that in my crease, see how it goes. Again, we have quite a bit of kick up, so just notice that. I'm gonna take some of the green to, you know, brighten it up a bit. And then back to the mint shade to tie it all together. Okay, I'm also going to take some of the brown in the Colourpop palette in the shade Charmed right here. Just because there is some brown in this eye look, so I want them to look kind of the same. Okay, so this is as similar this is as similar as I think I'm gonna get them. So on to the shimmers. Now we have a couple that look close. So this one, this bottom one right here, looks kind of like Mary Jane in the middle of the Colourpop palette. This shade right here looks kind of similar to Big Banks in the Colourpop palette. This brown shade right here looks kind of similar to All of You in the Colourpop palette. I think to have some fun, we're gonna compare Mary Jane right here and this one, because I think those look the most interesting out of the palettes. So I'm going to take a flat shader brush. I'm gonna pick up this shade right here. I'm not gonna cut my crease or anything. And I'm just going to lay this down. I'm gonna wet it because I feel like you can't get the full pigmentation without it being wet. So let's spritz. Pick some more up. Very pretty. I do really like this shade. So I'm just gonna wipe my brush off a little bit. Spritz it again to give the other side a fair chance. And then I'm going to pick up the Colourpop shade in Mary Jane, which I have a feeling is going to surpass the Huda Beauty one by just a small, oh wait a second. So these are the lids done. I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera. I'll probably come back with the lower lash line done. I'm just gonna put a mixture of the same shades on the bottom, so it's nothing that I haven't used yet. So yeah, I'll be right back and show you guys what I think and tell you guys my thoughts. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. So this is the Huda Beauty one and this is the Colourpop side. So my overall thoughts are, I think they're both really good palettes and I really like them both a lot. However, if I had to pick a winner, I'm gonna give it to Colourpop because I think you can create a more depth look, like a look that has more depth. This just looks better in my opinion. I see different shades, it goes from light to dark, it creates depth, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot more options here because of the amount of mattes that you get in this palette. I love the Huda Beauty palette. I mean, I use this a ton, but honestly you only have 3 mattes, and you're just going to be creating the same looks over and over again. You can only really change up the shimmer shade, which is fine, but that's only going to give you such a different drastic look, you know what I mean? I do wish Colourpop had a shade a little bit more like this tealy color because I absolutely love it. But honestly, I have to say, I just think Colourpop wins overall. It's only $12. You get 9 shades. There's more mattes than shimmers. You can create a more variety of looks. It just looks better in my opinion. I would rather have this look than this look. So yeah, those are my final opinions. I think they are, I would call this a dupe for the Huda Beauty palette. I don't think they're exactly the same, but I think that if you've been wanting this and you don't want to spend the $27, this is a great alternative and it works just as well, even better in my opinion. So yeah guys, that's the end of this video. Let me know if you guys like this kind of like trying different eyeshadow palettes against each other, seeing if they're similar or different, or if you like this kind of style or like duping videos. I'd be willing to try some of those. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think they're dupes? Do you think one's better than the other? Do you have both of them? Do you have one of them? Do you want both of them? One of them? Just let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!